clear, everyone. If you can hear me loud and clear, just drop a comment. If you can hear me loud and clear, please drop a comment. You can see my screen. Let me know. You're welcome to today's live stream. How has been trading this week? Today's Wednesday, the 10th of December. How has been trading? I hope it's been profitable. If you can hear me loud and clear, please drop a comment. If you can hear me loud and clear, drop a comment. You are welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome. If you have any question, any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Can you hear me? 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 If you can hear me, drop a comment. Okay, so we'll start by looking at the calendar for today. Okay, today is Wednesday, the 10th of December, and you can see we have several major news coming from different countries. We have United States will be releasing its employment cost index by 2:30 p.m. and Canada will be releasing its Bank of Canada rate statement overnight rate, and also they will be having a conference. The Bank of Canada press conference will hold by 4:30, so we should expect high volatility on card pairs between 3:45 and 4:30 p.m. And by 8 p.m., United States will be releasing its federal funds rate and FOMC economic projection, FOMC statement, and FOMC press conference will hold by 8:30 p.m. So we should expect high volatility today. You should expect high volatility in the market today. If you're trading USD and card pairs today, you should be very conservative. You should be very conservative. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop a comment. If you can hear me. Can you hear me? Drop a comment if you can hear me. Okay, so that's it for the fundamentals. Let's go to the chart. So we'll start by analyzing DXY. DXY, since the market opened, DXY has been bearish. DXY has been bearish. So what is the reason for the sell? My bias for DXY this week still remains bullish. My bias still remains bullish. Okay, so you can see since the market opened, dollar has been bearish, and I think the reason for this sell could be this resistance zone support. This sell, the reason for this sell could be this support. This support zone could be the reason for sell. Okay. Also, if we go down to 4-hour time frame, probably after the formation of yesterday candle, we might have probably a favor gap was created on that time frame. Let's see 4-hour. It could be a favor gap was created. Okay, so you can see what we had on 4-hour yesterday. You can see this resistance. You can see, and after the formation of this candle, there's a favor gap. Price just came to fill. So you can see no favor gap on 1 hour. Okay, we had this favor gap on 1 hour. That gap has been filled. So let's go down to 15 minutes. I'm sure there's a fair value gap. Price just came to fill. So you can see on 15 minutes time frame, we had this fair value gap here. Okay, that could be the reason for the sell. Okay, this fair value gap could be the reason for the sell. That could be the reason for the sell. This fair value gap could be the reason for the sell. So I think USD is set for buy right now, coming for the liquidity residing this previous high. That is what I see playing out on USD at the moment. USD is likely coming for this relative equal high. Breaks out from that relative equal high. Okay, relative equal high also on 1 hour. Let's see. Okay, then this is my target for dollar index today. For this week, this is my target for dollar index. Here is more likely going to be the next draw on liquidity. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so that's it. So if this current 4-hour candle closes bullish, we should expect buys on the dollar. Should expect buys on the dollar. Should expect buys on the dollar. If you look at the structure we have on a 4-hour time frame, and see we had high, we had a low, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. It has formed a new low. You can see that. So what we have here is a bullish structure. Let's apply our trend line. You can see on the 4-hour time frame. You can see. So you can see that respecting previous low and disrespecting previous high. The market has been respecting previous low and it's been disrespecting previous highs. Okay, so let's go. Let's see daily. Let's get the average for yesterday candle. I think the market also opened above the average of yesterday candle. Let's just get the value. That is finding the market sentiment. The market sentiment. All I have to do is get the average of previous day candle. Okay, so what's the value here? $29.25. 99. Okay, so yesterday candle opened above the average, and like I told you guys, when the market opens above the average, below the average, and after it tests the average value, wait for a bullish reversal pattern to form on a lower time frame. I think this is the first bullish pattern that will be forming on 4-hour time, or you go to 1 hour for a bullish reversal pattern to form. So the bullish reversal pattern will be forming on 1 hour time frame. So if this candle closes bullish, what we have here, you can see what we had here is what's it called? A bearish spinning candle, a bearish bottom candle. And after the formation of this bearish spinning bottom, what do? You wait for candle to close bullish. So on 1 hour, okay, this is the current 1 hour candle will close by 11, and also 4-hour candle will close by 11. So if we have an hammer on 4-hour time frame and an engulfing on 1 hour time, that's a high probability setup. That's a high probability setup. If 1 hour close, 4 hours as and 1 hour closes as engulfing, that is a high probability setup. So DXY, I'm still bullish DXY. Next is yen basket. If you have any question, let me know in the any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. I hope you guys are with me. Hope you guys are with me. Okay, for yet. I think finally has gotten to his destination. I think we have identified on the weekly time frame. Yen has entered into that gap, though it has not filled it completely. It has not filled it completely. So personally, I would not be selling yen. I will not be selling yen. Yen has been bearish for quite some time. Quite some time. So we could sell on yen anytime soon. We could see yen today. I'm not going to buy or selling it. This was the fair value gap. You can see value gap we identified several weeks ago. See the fair value gap. Price has entered into that gap. So from this discount area, I think area. Okay, so I would not buy you sell yen. Don't sell yen. Yen is currently at a discount area. Yen currently at a discount area. To see yeah, I will analyze gold. Sure. I would analyze gold. Yeah, it's cracking the network. It's the network. Just managing the network. It's the reason I started this to the other, but it's just up to currency pairs. So I'll start. I love to use MT4 for my analysis. I love using MT4 for my analysis. Uh, so let's start with GBP USD. GBP So today, GBP USD opened. It's opened below the average. This is value for GBP USD 1.3309. 1.3309, and as you can see, price has retested the average value. The average value, and I also think after the I think we had a fair value on the lower time frame. So let's go down to 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, we have. Can you see this fair value gap on 4-hour time frame? Can you see this fair value gap on 4-hour time frame? You can see this gap has been filled. That is the reason for this buy. You can see that is the reason for this. But price has to pull back to fill this fair value gap. Okay. So for today, my level for GU, let me apply Fibonacci most recent high and the most recent low. So if you apply Fibonacci to this low, okay, I would love to see price pull to the premium area, which is level 50. You can see this is above 50, but let's go down to lower time frame. Let's see 1 hour. Let's see if a fair value gap was created. So you can see on 1 hour a fair value gap was created here. Okay, a fair value gap was created here, and there's a possibility for price to fill this fair value gap before going bearish. Now, another reason price might not fill this fair value gap is this breaker here. Can you see this breaker block? It was used to sweep the liquidity residing on this previous high. That could also be the reason price might not come back or retrace back to this. Okay, because breaker comes before fair value. Okay, is more valid or more important than fair value gap. When price hits a breaker, most times it will ignore fair value gaps above it. It will ignore the fair value gap above it. So that is the reason price might not come back to the fair value gap. The only reason price will pull back might be fundamentals. The reason for price to this fair value gap. I hope that is clear. So I'm bearish on GBP USD. If you want to sell GBP USD, I currently have a trade on GBP USD. My stop loss is at this level. This is where I set my stop loss. This is where I set my stop loss because I know it's possible for them to fail this gap. That is why my stop loss is at this level. My stop loss is at this level. Initially, my stop loss was around this. Immediate price moved in my direction. I adjusted my stop loss to this level. The initial risk I took on the trade was 50 pips, but right now the risk is 35 pips. 35 pips because I had to adjust it because the market went in my close to 50 pips day. I made a profit of 50 pips yesterday on GBP USD, and price current retraced back, so I had to adjust my stop loss to the high of this candle. Okay, so that's my take on GBP USD. Let's see Euro USD. Euro USD also, this was the average value for Euro USD daily. This was the average value, and you can see today's candle opened. It's opened below the average. It's opened below the average, which indicates a bearish sentiment. And what have they done today? They have swept the liquidity residing at the high of yesterday. They have swept liquidity, and after sweeping liquidity, let's see the pattern that is forming on 4-hour time frame. So you can see what they did was to come and sweep the stop losses, receive this previous high. Okay, I dropped the video on the group. I told you guys that there's a high probability Euro USD is coming to fill a fair value gap that was created at this area. After the formation of these candles, a fair value gap was created here, and I told you guys a high probability Euro USD would go fill that. Let's go down to 15 minutes. Let's see 15 minutes. So we had this fair gap on 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so fair value gap on 15 minutes. I shared this, I posted a video on the group. I told you guys there's a high probability they would come sweep or fill this gap that they have achieved, and you can see that they're trading below that gap. So they didn't just fill this gap, they also ensured that they swept deciding at this previous high. So right now, GBP Euro USD is bearish. Euro USD is bearish. If you want to sell Euro USD, I currently have a trade on Euro USD. Also, I'm selling Euro. My stop loss is at this level. This is where my stop loss is. Okay, this is where my stop loss is at, and I expect Euro USD to sweep all liquidity residing at these lows. Also, my target for Euro USD this week, and this is my second target for the week. This is my second target for the week on Euro USD. I am bearish on Euro USD. I'm bearish on Euro USD. Gold. So let's start with the daily time frame on gold. first thing is to get the, what's it called? The average value for gold. What is the average value for gold? This was yesterday candle. You can see gold has been in a range for some time. The past 6-7 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days now, gold has been in a range. Well, let's get the average value for gold yesterday. 4190 plus 4190.54208. Okay, that 4199.25. 199.25. 41.25. 4199. 4199.25. Okay, so you can see yesterday candle or today candle closed above the average value, which indicates a bullish sentiment. But because the market is currently at a premium area, I would be looking for opportunity to sell, not to buy. Okay, the rule is that when the market is above the average value, look for opportunity. So because price is currently at a premium area, I would be looking for opportunity to sell. Apply the Fibonacci from this swing high. See that price is at a premium area, and at premium area, price is at an extreme premium area. Also, you can see that price pulled back to come fill this fair value gap, which is at a premium area. So it will not be wise to buy area. It will not be wise to buy at a premium area. Fundamentally, gold is still bullish. Fundamentally, gold is still bullish, but I believe before gold we buy, it will retrace back. I think we have a fair value gap that gold might sign a fair value gap. I think that liquidity on gold. So if you are considering buying gold, I would suggest you wait for price zone before you buy gold. Okay, if you are considering buying gold, patiently wait for price to zone before you buy gold. That's my take on it for today. I'm still very bearish on gold. I'm still very bearish on gold. Okay, I'm still very bearish on gold. Let's see what's happening on 4-hour. Okay, so you can see what's happening on 4-hour. Let me explain what's happening on 4-hour. You can see we had fair value gap. This fair value gap on 4-hour. This fair value gap on 4-hour. That is the reason for this retracement. But as you can see, this gap was not filled completely at this point. You can see the gap wasn't filled completely at this point. So they had to push price back up to fill this fair value gap completely. And they know most retail traders that have executed sell after the formation of this engulfing candle, and their stop losses will be residing at this previous side. So they had to go and sweep the liquidity and also fill this fair value gap completely. That's what played out. And you can see after they filled that fair value gap, you can see the candlestick pattern that formed. This is a spinning top. We also had a shooting candlestick that formed after it, which indicates a bearish reversal pattern. It's a bearish reversal pattern. So you can see it is bearish at the moment. My next target for gold today is this low. That's my next target on gold for today. This is my target for gold. I'm bearish on gold. Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Let me. Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Let me know. What other pair to analyze? Question. Let me know. Please give it a thumbs up. Give it the thumbs up. If you're first time in the live, please subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified. YouTube. And if you're new to trading, you don't know how to analyze the market, my Forex, you need to know to start making good profit in this market consistent. If you're new to trading, you need to learn how to analyze the market. Trading the market without understanding how the outlet, without knowing how to identify the trend of the market, is gambling. You need to know how to identify the trend of the market. You need to know how to define the risk on a trade. You need to know the lot size you're supposed to apply on a trade. You need to know where to set your stop loss. You also need to know where to set your take profit. If you don't know these basic things, you don't understand what leverage is, you don't know what size is, you don't know what spread is, you don't know what you need to the course. You need to get the course. You need to get the course. AJ, okay, AJ, Australian dollar JPY. Mr. Emmanuel, Australian dollar JPY. Get the course, okay? Hey, you get it for just 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira is still available for 10,000 naira. It's today. Don't get it at that price. You might not get that price tomorrow. Get it now that it's available and affordable. Okay, AJ, Australian dollar JPY. Like I said, I'm neutral on JPY pairs, but let's just see the chart. So, okay, AJ. Let's start with the daily time frame. Let's start with the daily. Is still bullish, but I don't think that AJ. Today is Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, AJ has been bullish. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, AJ has been bullish. Okay, it's been bullish, and today we might see AJ might reverse. Okay, over since Monday, it has done over 150 pips. It has done over 150 AJ. Unless you've executed buy, even if you had executed buy on AJ Monday or yesterday, you should be out of AJ right now. You should be out of AJ right now. And I see no reason for you to have sold AJ. If you took a sell JPY pairs, you didn't, I would say your analysis wasn't correct. Your analysis wasn't correct. From Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, AJ has been bullish. Even since last week, it's been bullish. There are no candlestick pattern indicating that AJ is set for sell. So if you are selling AJ, you are doing the wrong thing. If you're about to sell AJ right now, you're still doing the wrong thing. Okay, though AJ is still bullish, I will not advise that you buy. As I'm concerned, price is at a premium area right now. It's at a premium area. If you want to buy AJ, wait for a reversal. Wait for a reversal on AJ. Wow, AJ might just keep buying, as you can see. It might just entered buy today on AJ. You can see we had this fear gap. Price has put back to fill that fair value gap. That would have been the right time to buy AJ today. Can you see this? To fill this fair value gap. So you would have gone to 1 hour, immediately price fill this fair value gap. What you would have done was to go down to 1 hour time frame. So you can see on 1 hour time, this would have been the best entry for AJ. The formation of this spinning candle. After the formation of this spinning candle, AJ, your stop loss would have been at this level. That's about 20 pips. You would have used 20 pips and target 40 pips as TP. Okay, you should have target 40 pips as TP, and right now it has done 31 pips. 31 pips. Okay, it has done 31 pips. So by now you should have adjusted your stop loss to break. Your stop loss should have been adjusted to entry. So from this point, you're taking a very high risk. You're taking a very high risk. So that's my take on it. Any question? 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 Still offering reimbursement accounts. If you have not applied for it, please do that while the offer is still available. Do that while it's still available. You find a trading account with $100. If you would get a refund. You will get a refund, and with that refund, with that $100 credited, you can trade with the $100. You can trade dollar, and you have access to whatever profit you make on the $100. $100 is not withdrawable, but whatever profit you make on the $100, you can withdraw it. Right? This is a great opportunity you shouldn't miss. This is a great opportunity you shouldn't miss. Go to orummarket.com and open a trading account and apply for the reimbursement accounts. This is an offer you shouldn't miss. This is an offer you shouldn't miss. If you have any question as regarding the reimbursement account, send me a message on WhatsApp. So that will be all for questions. Since no questions, I appreciate every one of you for your participation. I can only see Sibo, and also I can see Mr. Emmanuel, and there are two persons that commented. I appreciate you for your participation, and I wish you all a profitable trading day. Remember, today FOMC meeting holds today. Okay, if you are not a fundamental trader, afraid trading during the news, please avoid trading today. Patiently wait for the daily candle to close and look for your setup tomorrow. Look for your setup tomorrow. Tomorrow and Friday will be the best time to trade the dollar pairs. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day.